There's nothing better than sitting here, reading a book and drinking a cup of hot tea while the rain falls against the window. Is this my wife? I just found my wife. She's got brown hair, too. I didn't know my wife was in this game. Another shot of onion liquor. Pickled onions with lots of sugar. The onion liquor is the hit in Taran. They say the Ascanians like to party, but when it comes to drinking, nobody can beat us. Constant rainfall in the dark atmosphere takes its toll on our spirits. We in Torment are considered to be particularly melancholic. I think they got the idea of this rainy town from Final Fantasy IX. I guess it is kind of a trope, isn't it? Towns where it always rains. But given all the other direct references this game has, I wouldn't be surprised. The stream of water in Torment is unremitting. You could use the energy to run engines. Believe it or not, I've already applied for a patent, but thanks to the constant war, I haven't been able to start with production yet. They say that the rain is the tears of the gods who pity us. Torment and Burmecia, both based on the UK. I don't remember the reason that it always rains in Burmecia. Did they give a reason? Is there some kind of lore reason why it always rains, or just always rains? It's like in the middle of the desert too, so like there's a reason. It's like some kind of magical rain. I don't know if they ever explain it. Same reason it always rains in Zozo. Zozo? Never heard of it. Oh my god, I finally found a cat that let me pet it. It's a joke, Ash. You missed a joke. My son wants to study, but the taxes are too high. We can't possibly save enough money. If only the war would end. If only. Usually war means more money, though. Unfortunately. The fresh air will do you good, Father. But now tell me, why did you leave the castle? Where have you been all this time? The walls of this place were suffocating. I am a princess, not a nun. I set out to look beyond the walls, to see what we have been fighting for all these years. And what did you find? Are you really interested in it? I thought you only cared for this war. You portray me as a bloodthirsty warlord, which I am not. Besides, we shouldn't talk like this in front of Father. Then go and see for yourself what lies over the walls, what people talk about, what they wish and hope for. You know that I told the truth about the banquet, don't you? Of course I believe that you have seen the demon, but you certainly couldn't have noticed everything. I ask again, you know I was telling the truth. And you accept the lie. I accept what Taran needs most. It will be over quickly. I guess it will. They give him a few more weeks. It's good that you came back. He can't show it, but I'm sure Father is happy that you're back with us. Father. His hands are so rough. His hands? I remember them tall yet gentle, loving hands that lifted me up into the sky as a little girl. They are so rough now, like the hands of a knight swinging his sword. But they probably always have been. His hands held the sword more often than his daughter, after all. Man, the storytelling in this game is really top-notch. The fact that we have, like, we know what's going on there, and she doesn't. But then also Frederick is, like, contemplating. Yeah, man. Really good stuff. I mean, this is, like, I don't want to say AAA level, because that gives the impression that AAA stories are better told than indie stories, which isn't true. But you know what I mean? Like, for one person to write this, it feels so impressive how deep the characters are, you know? Like, it's really impressive. Once the war is over, I'll save up and buy my own house. That's kind of the opposite, honestly. It's but you know what I mean? Like, it feels so expansive, and like every character has so much going on, and it just seems like there was so much thought put into it. State your business. You have none, then leave me alone. I'm busy, as you can probably see. This must be something for later. It looks important. Hunter's Guild or something, I don't know. Killing in the Rain is the name of this mission. I think, you know, I think this game is a testament to, like, time and passion, you know? You can have the greatest composer of all time, the greatest writer of all time, the greatest programmers of all time. If you don't give them time and you don't give them passion, they're not going to make a product that actually shows their strength, you know? Whereas this, you got one guy, give or take, one guy, but he had 7 years and a true passion for making this product, and you know, it shines through more than an amazing team can make in 6 months. The greatest squatch of all time. But I think that's what impresses me the most, is that, like, I've played indie games before where I say, like, yeah, the graphics and the music and, like, the breadth of everything isn't up to par with a more modern AAA game, but I can feel the passion in certain ways. But here it's like, it's not just the passion. Like, the game really is huge. Like, the characters are so well written, and the dialogue is so well written, and the game is huge, and the mechanics are, like, crazy. There's so many different mechanics and things going on. You know, it's the it feels so well published, and there's no, you know, bugs or jank to it. Like, it's just... I don't have to sit here and be... I don't have to look at this game through an indie lens. You know, there's some games where it's like, I gotta look through it through a bit of an indie lens and be like, okay, well, this was only made by a few people, so obviously it's not gonna have this, this, or this. I don't even feel like I have to do that with this game. If you told me a big studio made this, it wouldn't feel any different, you know? I'd be like, yeah, of course a big studio made this. Look at it. You know? You are not a member of this guild, so leave me alone. A letter from the Adventurers Guild in Farnsport. Let me see. Oh, wonderful. So you're our newest recruits. Congratulations. Must have been difficult to pass Gotara in these dire times. Don't worry. You can now count on us from here on, whatever she said. We offer you plenty of services. Oh, man. This is it. Oh, holy... So I got that for killing the leaping dude. Get some money. Makes a destroyed sky armor functional again. That seems important. Ooh, I can buy materials. I needed long feathers. Give me some long feathers. Other than that, I don't know what I need. But I know I needed long feathers. Let me see. Is there any loot? That just says, like... Oh, loot is only for selling. Okay. So, yeah. I need to sell all this. Holy moly. Just a common banana. Wait, or is this... Victor was sure he could make a merchant pay money for a normal leaf. Sienna bet a bottle of wine that he couldn't. Victor was very drunk this day. Oh my god. Money. Holy crap, look at these deals. Pack of snacks. Dot, dot, dot. For everyone who hates dots on your character, anti-dots. Wow. Bro, we're gonna have stuff. We are gonna have stuff. Accessory that lowers your TP costs. Big. Yeah, we're huge. We're huge now. So how do I get info on new hunts? Yes, do you need some hints on how to find unique monsters? Since you're a member of the guild, you will find helpful adventurers on your travels who will share their info with you. Okay. Dude, I can't wait to fight these unique monsters. The two that I fought already, one that I couldn't beat, were really cool. I mean, one of my favorite mechanics of all time in any game is the hunt mechanic in Final Fantasy XII, so... And this is just a direct reference copy of it. I'm not sure you've noticed, but there are invisible bridges in Cortara. You can find one in the central area and another one in the forest southeast. I wonder who built them. You want to check them out? Oh, there's nothing to find there. I already checked. Unique monsters have special conditions that make them appear. If they still don't appear, make sure to leave and enter the area again. Yeah, I mean, it's genuinely like a direct copy of Final Fantasy XII's hunt system. Have you heard of the Tomes of Fiends? You can get them through deals. With their knowledge, you might be able to get new loot from Sky Armor enemies, such as Skill Ram. Wow, that's also a direct Final Fantasy XII copy. So you are now part of the guild. Welcome. If you have any questions, just ask around here. Yeah, I already did. Yeah, if you played Final Fantasy XII and you were like, wow, the ability to fast travel around the whole world and fight unique monsters by doing unique things and then getting loot and then selling the unique loot to buy unique weapons was really cool. But man, I just don't like Final Fantasy XII's combat. Well, here's the same thing but in a turn-based game. They did it. They really did it. The prophecy has been fulfilled. This is much better than the Bazaar system, actually. The Bazaar system is really whack. You have to, like, sell the stuff at the right time, and if you sell stuff... If you sell some stuff for a loot table, and then you sell some other stuff, it can, like, ruin it. Here, it's just, you sell all your loot, and if you sold the right loot, you get the thing. And if you don't, it just permanently remembers what you sold. So it's much better. This may be a copy of Final Fantasy XII, but it's also a better copy. They made the loot system better, and I'm hoping that the hunts are better too. I'm hoping the hunts are like, you know, you won't have any of that crap like stand around for 20 minutes to have the enemy appear and dumb stuff like that. Hopefully it's all fun stuff you have to do to get the enemies to appear. Galandis is well known for its ores. You only get the hardest and shiniest ones here. I wonder if I should, like, buy one of these. Like, just in case this is the only place I can get it. I mean, it only has one. I might as well buy it, right? I feel like that's smart. Through the heavy rain, the people of Tormund decided to build an entire city underground. I want to do some of this, but I want to wait till I get my whole party back. With all this rain, you need some good clothes to keep you dry. Again, he only has one of those. I feel like it's worth buying. Those greedy traders, now that we're at war again, they immediately raise the cost of food. Ashen one. I'm just buying all this rare stuff. Actually, you know what? He has long feathers too. Give me some of those. Oh my god, they got like everything around here. Look at all these shops. Ooh, weapons. I already have all these though. Except this. Do not have that. I feel like we've been building up to this like the entire game. Like, we've been getting loot and getting money and fighting extra enemies and picking up loot and chests, and it's all built up to this moment where we finally got to the big city that we like cash in on all this stuff. I definitely could have sold the loot earlier. I just, like, kind of forgot about it. But I wouldn't have had much to buy anyways. Most of the places I went, I bought everything I wanted. In fact, I'm pretty sure every place I went, I bought almost everything I wanted. I think I had to pick between one and another armor one time. And the weapons, I couldn't buy all the weapons, but they were only slight bonuses anyways. And I kind of wanted to keep some of my weapons that I had already upgraded. So it wouldn't have been a big deal, but I could have sold the loot earlier. But like all this other stuff I've gotten, it's all kind of coming to fruition now. Is that a giant dog? Alright. How's it going, Hand? Welcome. Once the king tried to ban alcohol during wartime, we were supposed to concentrate more on killing than on drinking. And it worked, except for the fact that people were killing themselves instead of the enemy. Oof. What do you even say to that? More shops? This is even kind of similar to the underground area in Final Fantasy XII. Except there's actually good shops here. They started building this underground city before the war, which means they started over 150 years ago. They had to stop, though, and never picked it back up. The floors below are unfinished and blocked. Sometimes I wonder how much deeper it goes. Must pet all the dogs. You know, speaking of things that I kind of forgot about, I haven't checked this in a while. Some oil lamps. Some fiber. Oh, there's my long feathers. Most of this is just for going to places. I still have a lot of... I need to start, like, doing these. I can always just go back and do them, though. Defeat Excalibur. That must be a hunt. Defeat all unique monsters. In Torment. 10,000 money for that. Paralyze the same enemy 4 times within a battle. That would be tough, because every time you paralyze, it takes another hit to paralyze. Also, if I could do this... I would connect my 2 chains. And I'm not talking about the wrapper. I'd go from a 7 chain to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 chain. I'd get a Grimoire shard for that. And 1 more, I'd get a Sacred Water. Dude, I love this. This is one of the coolest systems I've ever seen. I love this system. It's so cool. And I love that it's connected to actual real rewards that I want. Sacred Water and Grimoire Shards are the most important things in the game. And it's connected to doing everything. Just awesome. I love it. If I make a game tomorrow, I'm putting this in it. I love this system. Like I said, it goes back to that like mentality I have about games. And how I love when everything you do matters. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm just, oh, you know, I got my one character that's strong and now I can just blast through the game. Like, everything you do matters. These little challenges you do, exploring areas, picking up chests, even if what's in the chest is meaningless. Picking up chests is important because it'll get this chain going. And you need this chain. Like, I can't even get more classes until I get... If I find another class statue, I can't get the class because I don't have a sacred water. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I'll just make this game, actually. Tomorrow you're gonna see a post in the Discord. I just finished up my new game. It's called Chained Echoes. Man, should I go back to Farnsport? I gotta find 8 chests though. Wait. How'd I only find 1 chest in Farnsport? Apparently there's a class emblem in Roland Fields also that I missed. I should go back to Roland Fields. I should go back to Roland Fields and try to get 28 chests and find the class emblem. And then I have to do this in Farnsport. And then it would connect. I want to. I honestly, I want to stop everything and just go, like, explore. But I'm also really invested in the story and kind of want to keep going in the story. Can I help you? Would you like some tea or maybe some coffee? Perhaps you would like to use the toilet, or maybe you want to sleep in my bed. Huh? No? Then why did you barge into my house uninvited, huh? Get lost, you impudent vermin. That took a turn. That took a turn. Holy cow. I mean, it is kind of believable, because everyone in this town is, like, depressed, and now they're angry because of the war. So, you know, kind of fitting that she got mad at me. Where should I go? What is Kylian doing there? Oh, it's you, Glenn. Did Sir Victor return? Not yet. What are you doing here? Taking in the scenery while the rain has stopped. I still can't believe it. The Grand Grimoire is right under our noses. And? What do you mean, and? That's the reason we're here. We wanted to know more about it, who had placed it in Wernshire back then, and above all, why. What then? I'm sorry, what do you mean? What do you plan to do with this knowledge? What's this about? You don't know, do you? I know what you want. You want the stone for yourself. I want to change this world. Having such a weapon would be helpful. Even though you know what it is capable of? Do you find it despicable? The Grimoire kills people. This sword here does the same, and yet we wield it every day for our cause. You can wield a sword and choose your targets. The Grimoire obliterates everything. Don't get me wrong, every human life is precious to me, but just look back. We were walking on a mountain built of corpses. The blood of many is on our hands. The blood of people who are ready to die for their cause. We do not kill the innocent. If possible, I would not want to use the Grimoire. It is much more useful as a scare tactic than a weapon anyway. Enemies will throw their weapons at the mere sound of the name. Remember how our enemies feared the Band of the Iron Bull? Do you know the reason why I want to change this world? No. I come from a merchant family. We were quite wealthy, but since dealing with money is frowned upon where I come from, we were not very influential. We had a big house, servants, always clean clothes, and enough food, but all this did not protect us from the world outside. My younger sister went out riding one day and the horse went wild. It raced through half the city until it finally stumbled in the harbor district, fell to the ground, and broke its leg. My sister sought help in the area that even in broad daylight was visited only by scoundrels. Weak and completely on her own, she could not defend herself when they came for her. Dozens of men threw themselves on her one after the other. Kylian. Our butler found her in a gutter hours later. She had fallen into a coma. I was so angry that I rode into harbor that same evening to look for the culprits. But who was I supposed to find? Half the neighborhood had taken advantage of her. I'm sorry to hear that. I haven't seen her for years, but from letters my parents send me, I know she is still sleeping. Glenn, I was a very liberal person whose greatest role model was Alfred of the Band of the White Dragon. A man who achieved fame with his mercenaries and at one point was as powerful as the armies of the greatest kingdoms. Since he came from the common folk, he tried to abolish the royal houses and establish democracy. I wanted to be like him, and after the incident with my sister, even more so. I could have felt anger for the common rabble, but I did not. I did not want to fight the lower class, but rather the causes that made them this way. I set myself the goal that if my sister were ever to wake up from her coma, she would look into a new world. A better world that I created with my own hands, and for that I must make use of different means. Like the Grand Grimoire? Like the Grand Grimoire. The first thing your sister will see when she wakes up is not the beautiful world you have created, but the monster her brother has become. Don't worry, we will never get to that stone anyway. These are just empty words, Glenn. Speaking of interesting characters, Kylian. You ever just deliberate your life choices on top of a roof? We've all been there. We are grateful that you brought Her Highness back. Prince Frederick hasn't been himself after she vanished. Yeah, I don't think it's because she vanished, I'll be honest with you. Oh my god, guys, I've been cursed. I've been cursed by waifu games. They've destroyed my ability to see things in normal games. I thought that was a bunny lady. Cause she, like the armor behind her has like she looks like a bunny. I thought it was a bunny maid for like 2 seconds, and then I realized it was the armor. No, I'm cooked. It's over for me. What the? That doesn't have collision. I'm cooked. It's over for me, guys. Oh no. It's over for me. Volandis' greatest pride was once the Mage Academy of Nysa, and even today people speak of it with fervor. To be fair, I have Final Fantasy XII on the brain, and they have bunny ladies, okay? So it wouldn't have been that out of place, okay? So listen, it's fine. It's fine. Before that, Volandis was an isolated place with only a few mining villages. The reason why the founders of Nysa chose such a random location to open the greatest academy of all time is still a mystery. Perhaps the students were not supposed to be too distracted by other things. Who knows? The soldiers around His Highness call the Grand Grimoire the weapon of the gods. Wonder which gods they mean. The old ones? The church's one god? Or the great gods? Maybe they mean the 7 true kings. At least with the 7 true kings, their existence is scientifically proven. Asnadiel? The dragon is sleeping on this very continent. Scientifically and technologically speaking, Volandis lags a century behind the neighboring countries. All the resources are spent on the war. One might think that at least the war machinery would be up to date. Fiddlesticks! After 150 years of war, the coin master was happy to find enough money to pay the soldiers and keep the old machines running. Recently, however, we have received a few more modern machines. I wonder what deal Prince Frederick has struck, and with whom. Calm down there, buddy. It's PG stream. Can't be throwing around the F word. Princess is a sweetheart. She has a sympathetic ear for everyone. Look, you dropped all the good dishes. Don't think because you've just returned that I'm going to handle you with kid gloves. You will make up for all the work you missed. Do you understand? Answer me. What kind of behavior is this? I hope you remember your status. Here at court, by order of His Majesty the King, you have no more rights than a common servant. Yes, I am sorry. What are you staring at? Be gone. Watch your tongue. He is the princess's guest. Apologize. Sorry. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm getting like goosebumps with how good these characters are. The way that they brought up Rob as being like this jerk, but also kind of like deep in his thoughts, but like a jerk. And then we get to see firsthand like how he grew up. Like, because we were told earlier that he grew up like as a, like he had issues growing. I don't remember exactly. Did they say he was a servant? Because his father, what was it again? His father was, what was it? His father was taken hostage. Yeah. So he was forced into servitude because of his father. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. So, like, we were told that earlier. So we kind of got an idea of, like, okay, so maybe that's why he's so, like, rough. But now we get to, like, see it in front of us, you know? That's just, man, that's just good storytelling. Ooh. Right. Yep. Show and tell. Who goes? Ah. What are you doing here? Is it about the reward? My brother will take care of it tomorrow. No, I'm just here to visit you and see how you're doing. You are? This is kind of you. Thank you. I had no idea you were so interested in art, and so talented, too. It's nothing but a pointless pastime. They all show the same motif, a huge tree on a flying island. What is this place? A place I have to go to. That you have to go to? It might sound silly, but it follows me in my dreams. It appears in my mind's eye and wants me to visit it. I don't know where it is, though. I see it in memories that are not mine. I try to capture it on paper to get an answer, but it doesn't seem to work. Your echo, then. My echo? Remember how Dimebird explained to us that after death, the soul leaves the body and dissolves into the maelstrom? My mother once told me sometimes the soul doesn't completely dissolve. If these remnants flow into a new living being, it is possible that one keeps memories of the previous life. You mean to tell me this place in the paintings is an echo from my previous life? Maybe. This place could have been your home. I wonder if I had a better life then. I know I shouldn't complain. People are suffering all over the realm, and here I am protected from all that. But still I'm so unhappy. It makes me feel ashamed. I think everyone has their own problems to deal with. I don't think you can weigh that. I wish I wasn't born a princess. Classic Disney. Tell me, Glenn, why do these rooms here feel so much tighter than anywhere else? I love when games are able to tell a fantastical story, but then also give so much like meaningful dialogue to our lives, you know? This game's done it multiple times already. It's one of the best things about Final Fantasy, I think. One of the reasons that I like Final Fantasy so much is that there's so many moments where, like, yes, we're a knight, a mage, a thief, and a dragoon inside of a castle fighting a dragon to save the moon. But, like, for a moment, we have this discussion about human nature, and it's stuff that we, as the player, can take away from, you know? This game does it really well. It's already done it several times very well. Her eyes are so cold when she talks to me, yet with him... This boy seems pretty close to the princess. You do not look pleased. Sir, how do I say that name? Gwian? Or is it just, is the G silent? Is it Wayne? I feel like the G wouldn't be silent. How would you pronounce that? Is it like... It's not like... Ewan or something, is it? Maybe? Gawain? Party on Gawain? That feels wrong, but you might be right. Gawain? Is that like a name that exists normally? Or do they make it up for the game? Sir Gawain. He is one of their companions. Is it an Old English name? Okay, well then, Gawain might be right then. An interesting boy, I must say. He is the only one who did not want gold as a reward. What then? Information about the Grand Grimoire. Who would voluntarily forego a reward in gold? Is he a spy? A rather simple-minded one when he asks us directly to our faces about the grimoire. We should take care of him, but not in the princess's presence. While you are at it, deal with the whole troop. As you command. General Godfrey has returned, by the way. Very good. Start the procedure immediately. I will, after the general is sobered up. Do not wait too long. He must not give Ascania too much time. Or we must not give Ascania too much time. I can do without curves. They are unnecessary. Oh, come on. They are the most deadly weapons of all. That depends on where you use them. Where? What does that have to do with anything? Well, your katana with the curved blade is suitable for slash attacks that cause a deep cut. They are not suitable for thrust attacks. However, if every soldier in Volandis is running around in heavy armor, a thrust is more effective than a slash, making the greatsword superior to the katana. In Volandis, for all I care, they still live in the past. Plate armor is on the retreat. The only thing that justifiably wears such armor nowadays is the sky armor, and believe me, you do not want to face them with a greatsword. I saw him. Sir Victor's coming. You act like a kid waiting for his presents, Glenn. Well, I do hope he brings the reward. I am ready. I am already getting gray hair. Prince Frederick said we'll be given it tomorrow. Sir Victor. Chi, there you all are. This is supposed to be the best inn in town. You got screwed. The ale tastes like... I like this guy already. Barkeeper, amber ale. Bah! Disgusting. This bland, watery aroma. One more. No, wait. Bring me 3 right now. It's going down like water. Who is this guy? A good friend and the real reason why I am in Volandis. This is Cameron, a scientist at the court of Taran. And this one here is Bathraz, also a friend of mine who helps me out with the more dangerous stuff. It's you! What are you doing here? Oh, you know each other? Looks like you've made it to Torment. We're surprised. We? If your goal was Torment anyway, why didn't you accompany me till the end, huh? You do remember that we're working for money. If you can't pay us, why should we act as your bodyguards? Is that all you can think of? I hope you have deep pockets, Sir Victor. Like Sienna is any different. Anyway, he will accompany me through Volandis. Can we focus on the main topic? Of course. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you about this before, but the real reason I'm in Volandis is the Grand Grimoire. And I'm here telling you this because we need your help. Victor, are you sure this is a good idea? Sure, they might be experienced fighters, but we can find others in the Adventurers Guild. I trust them. Doesn't mean that we have to explain everything to them. We need their muscles, not their brains. Cameron, what's this all about now? I explained it to you earlier, and you agreed to it. Now, don't keep us in suspense. Alright, alright. I will take the time to answer your questions, at least while these cups are still full. Spooky. Cameron is responsible for the Grand Grimoire and has been studying it for several years. Nasty thing, contains endless secrets and has tremendous destructive power. You've seen what it is capable of, which is why Cameron and I want to destroy it. You want to destroy the Grimoire? The Grand Grimoire is the weapon of the gods. No man should ever hold it in their hands. We must destroy it before more lives are lost. I will help you. Glenn, wait for their explanation first. And keep your voices low. If anyone finds out about this, we'll be hanging from the gallows. Oh, don't look at that guy behind you. So what do you want to know about? It's the more powerful version of an ordinary grimoire. These gems are able to store and release energy. They can be found in old geological layers, generally formed in places with high ether deposits. The largest grimoire found in nature is as big as a thumb. However, the Grand Grimoire is the size of a fist. We do not believe it was created naturally. Someone created it? We do not know, but a similar stone is mentioned in the history of the 5th Epoch. The gods used it as a weapon to destroy entire regions and to initiate the apocalypse. Luckily, they refrained from doing so that we humans are still alive in the 7th Epoch. Exactly, but we are not here for history lessons. Do you have any other further questions? In old texts of the 5th Epoch, it is briefly referred to as the weapon of the gods, but then it is no longer mentioned. Until about 5 years ago, the stone laid in Tarn's treasure chamber. There it was kept as a mere piece of jewelry until Gawain discovered its potential. Gawain? He was also in the throne room, the man with the white hair and different colored eyes. Gawain is the prince's advisor and a colleague of Cameron. He is also an old acquaintance of mine. We both studied in Nysa. So this man is an R. Unfortunately, he does not share Cameron's concern for the stone's power. He is trying to use it for this war as effectively as possible. Wait a second, is he trying to hide that from his colleagues? We ran experiments with this stone 5 years ago. Its power was frightening. I spoke out against its use, but the king and the council were unanimously against me. Unanimously against me. And then that happened with Wernshire. Why was the stone there? Tarn had defeated Gravos and taken the city. The place was crawling with their own soldiers. Honestly, I don't know why the prince kept it there and what he intended to do with it. Well, given that it was out in the middle, it was so easy to get to, I feel like it was a trap all along. Now, the stone is back in Torment and will be used in the upcoming battle. This is certain? Yes, preparations are being made right now. So, what do you want to know about? This is the problem, we do not know. The Grand Grimoire is used by smashing it. This triggers a tremendous explosion. Only in a radius of 3 meters around the stone, nothing happens in order to protect the user. That's why Kylian and I survived the explosion. Afterwards, the gemstone reassembles itself and can be used again, which means you cannot destroy it in any normal way. If that is all your questions. Now, it just so happens that a few weeks ago I made a little progress and therefore called Victor to Volandis. The royal house keeps a list of all the gifts that are given to the king on various occasions. On such a list, I actually found the rainbow-colored grimoire. A monk named Naukilber from the Kindreld Monastery, brought it as a gift more than 50 years ago. This monk is probably no longer alive, but the monastery still exists. And that's where you come in. You plan to go there and want us to accompany you? Exactly. The monastery is located in the east and has been abandoned for decades. Instead of monks, there are now monsters living there, and we need some capable adventurers to protect us from them. All the while you are searching for information about the Grand Grimoire and this now Kilber? Yes, information such as, where did the stone come from, and how did it come into the possession of this monk? We might even find a way to destroy it. We'll help you. You do not need to pay us. Hey, speak for yourself. The stone's not my concern. Without a reward, I ain't lifting a finger. That reasoning sounds familiar. But why are you telling us this? Don't you put yourself in danger by sharing such explosive information? I do not understand this either. I have my reasons. I just can't name them. I'm sorry. Yeah, Victor definitely has something going on. It doesn't matter. Thanks to your trust, you have gained a new comrade in arms. Let me help you. What was that? I swear I saw someone outside the window. Stop! You there at the table. What is it? Drop your weapons and surrender. You are under arrest. What? For what reason? You should know it too well, spies. There must be a misunderstanding. Do you know who you are talking to? The gallows await. Move now. Looks like we'll have to fight our way out. I haven't even finished my ale. Oh boy. Alright. This would be a good spot to stop. Do I get Baltharouse? I do. Alright, I have a lot of stuff to go through because I bought all that stuff. So we'll stop here and go through my stuff next time. Man, I know I say it every week, but this game just keeps getting better and better. Like, just, it's crazy. And not just the story, but even like the mechanics and stuff too. The way that it all kind of comes together, you know, the way that like this board, I'm one away from getting this big chain, the way that I had to find a secret to find that vampire class. Like, I feel this intense desire to go back and finish up some of this stuff so that I can get this chain together. So that, first of all, Roland Fields, I have a challenge to get a class emblem. And if I complete all 3 of these, my reward will be a sacred water that I can use on the class emblem. So, like, I really want to do this. But then at the same time, I have just the same big urge to continue the story because I'm really interested in the story. So it's not often that a game pulls me this hard in multiple directions. Like, it is impressive, to say the least. But yeah, that'll be it for Chained Echoes this week. Let's say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Let's play Chained Echoes. I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am, because holy crap, am I enjoying it. We will see you in the next episodes. Peace.